Rolling Thunder, you can use it like blink, Rolling Thunder, knock somebody up a couple times. It's a palm tree. That's a full tree. That'll hurt. Planet. In a little bit of trouble here. Could be dropping for first blood and will. He had a bit of a problem, and so does Innocence down bottom, but they turn this around on DM. They don't quite have the damage, but SATANIC making the rotation. That does mean that Innocence is to fall.
Mid lane, but they might need Faceless Void as well.
Yeah, they might. They want to try and go for this. They're going to start that Rolling Thunder. They've got the Ice Path, but do they have the damage to get the kill here? No one getting kind of low, but they do have 9 quests. The Illuminate, they'll throw that over. Ducalis comes in, Blood Grenade thrown, Shield Crash on the 2. But now they bring in SATANIC, and that's a trade of both mids, and most likely this Jakiro as well. There's not really a spot for him to go to, and it'll be a long-winded kill, but for the side of PARIVISION, it makes it 4-1.
Just
Easy
as I said it.
Kill it again on anyone.
No, if he commits, there's a really high chance that he will die.
Coming down. We'll go for SATANIC, but now the Sprout, the Time Walk, the Cogs around on Planet, and he'll end up dead. And even with the wall commitment, we've had so many scenarios together where we're just watching one Treant just slap a tower down to 0. Hook shot gets used, and Planet going to be calling the Cogs. Ice Path not going to matter for him. He'll try to run, but the Blood Grenade thrown, and one more right click. Oh, missing, but the Rocket Flare does get. He's the poorest core just about. Which is a bit surprising. Macropyre down with the Ice Path. They've got the Cogs around this Clockwork, and with the Rolling Thunder, they do get that kill. It's a 3-time spree for nothing to say. I respect the build. Nothing to say. In some trouble. Avalanche and the toss. Swashbuckle trying to get some space, and will do, but the hook shot going forward here from Ducalis. That's a bit of a mistake. Time zone Illuminate, nothing to say. Oh, the Avalanche finishes them off. They get the kill. They'll bring in SATANIC behind enemy lines. Now they'll
double
look
damage, still up and running.
They've got the Sprout, Planet with the time dilation, wall committed, Ice Path in a good spot. It's on a 3. Anything you can get your hands on at the moment for the side of Tidebound is pretty big. Yeah, no one away from the rest of the team. Kato was nearby, but they land that Ice Path. They've got the Macropyre, and this is a pretty significant kill here for the side of Tidebound. This is all while mid just to get a couple of creeps. Force Staff for Innocence makes a lot of sense. Hookshot actually misses SHIRO, hits Planet.
But
you know, they usually say it with the Windrunner. It's always the one in the back, but this time...
like not die. He's level 14 compared to SHIRO, who's level 13.
Easy kill. Also, to add to that, like, the Greater Treants, as it looks like Kyle's not going to be able to hook shot out, and he's going to die. The Greater Treants he has are the tomato ones. He's pretty much ready for. The Halberd's pretty significant, I would say. Stifling Dagger, Ice Path, and Dual Breath with some right clicks from SHIRO means another kill for Tidebound. They've done a good
piece to Abba.
And he uses multiple recalls. Hook shot. Cogs around 2 with the Rolling Thunder. Now they've got the time zone down with the BKB popped here. They go to the right clicks, trying to get the kill here onto the Tiny. They'll take out 2. Ducalis is dead. No one falls. DM in some trouble. He's gonna be forced to pop that borrowed time. They'll look over at 9 class. Here comes SATANIC, but an illusion of him has been made. They get the kill into the Keeper of the Light. Now they're going to look over at SATANIC to try and kill him off. The vacuum out of 2 back into the wall. And now SATANIC, he's dead. They'll look for DM, but they don't get the bash. He TP's out, and a big fight for Tidebound. Once down 5,000 net worth.
No, Tiny feels like he's not going to be able to scale. Planet.
Ooh, they're looking for SHIRO, who was actually silenced thanks to the Orchid of 9 class, but not going to matter. A big crit for SHIRO, who's now on a mega kill streak. Didn't get involved early, but since he's now 5-0-2, Ducalis is going to help make that 5-0-3. Nothing to say, getting credit for that.
So they're playing this a bit of a split push game, as they should.
Top lane, SATANIC. EKB attempt, but can they get the kill? Uh-oh. It is SATANIC who is gonna die. Why he's dead to no one, but I don't think that's gonna matter. They'll pop the borrowed time on DM. They've got the vacuum. They have many ways of stopping these TPs, and that is a pretty big issue for them as they get the kill on to DM. And I believe,
of course, very good, but
It definitely stops.
It's more about
TP,
time dilation.
Right? Yeah. Hook shot connects with Bach. They've got that Orchid at quite the cast range, and they are going to get this kill on the Darks here. Finally, a pickoff for Heroes, but SHIRO caught a glimpse, almost gets Ducalis, gets silenced up. 9 class with the Orchid has the Ion Shell. If he had made a jump over to the Clockwork, would have been able to get the kill there, but the crit for 9 class means able to just kind of get out of that. And now the Rolling Thunder with the roll up, staying right on top of this Clockwork, and that should be another kill and will be with the shield crash. Satanic thinking about walking over, but yet again, they have no one nearby as they might be able to get a kill here. Especially if they match this up with Satanic, and they will. Time dilation and a BKB attempt. Planet now having to run the other way, but now that Planet's right here,
he's not getting out of this
he's
one.
got the time zone. There's no way for him to TP out, and they'll get a kill on the Satanic. Ooh, bash hit, nothing to say. He got that bash, and now they're able to stop the TP out from no one, and he's going to be in so much trouble, and he's dead too.
You're fighting.
They've got the Treant there, and now SHIRO, will he make a jump? Even more out of a fight. He actually goes towards no one, but then back down towards Ducalis, and that's going to be an easy kill from there, but no one goes in with the Avalanche. That's going to land on the 2 with the BKB pop, though, but the bashes come through. The damage is there. They don't quite have the kill just yet, but finally a crit clears them up. They'll get the kill. They'll call GG, and game 1 go into Tidebound.
Also great against Underlord. You're building into Witchblade, so you have a guaranteed hit. You have 2 charges. It is very fun, very difficult to make work, though.
Distance gets killed for first blood. 9 class getting the credit for that one.
An opportunity for him to go in and play aggressive. We'll pop the glyph.
He's under the tower, and now you get this kill. He's got the flame guard, and nothing to say, just kind of walks into this and into the creep.
No one's not done.
Yeah, this is a second kill, and they got Bach bottom. Uh-oh.
It's the tiny effect, I swear to God. So no one getting a double kill.
Okay.
And they're going to start to play together, try to be more aggressive. Tidebound will need to do something about this. They need to bring numbers.
Got invis.
Glimpse is ready.
Free leave, but
I think so well. So goes back, doesn't die, and will be ready to TP back to the lane.
Also, by the way, they got the kill on the OD again over mid. Now Planet. No level 6 for Satanic, so he's not going to get the kill before the TP goes. But since they have Glimpse, now they'll get the kill. Make this Vanguard into a Crimson instead.
Maybe Crimson this time around. You can still, like... It's good against Phantom Assassin. She still deals damage with her dagger, so it's not as effective against some other melee carry heroes. Planet will die one more time. That global presence that we did talk about.
I didn't realize that that was a thing. Was that blinding light? What we saw from 9 class in the last game is he knows where to farm, and he can get a lot of gold pretty quickly. Here in Chains, but no level 6. Static Storm. Astral and the Sanity is
not gonna be enough
on that, and they're just unable to get that kill onto the Ember just yet. They find themselves the OG, but they drop the wall. They still can't get this kill onto the Ember, but the OD gonna survive for a moment, at least with the Astral Imprisonment. Eventually will die. Nothing to say is dead. SHIRO trying to
so
fight there.
tanky.
But the kinetic fence locking them in. SHIRO solar bound, sleight of fist. No one comes back into the fight. He's got himself a mega kill streak. They're going to look at Bach and get another. And then the Ice Path connects and they get DM. But the Husk is dead too. And it's a 4-for-1. That looks absolutely terrible for Tidebound. There, I said it. Bach choosing to go to the Crimson Guard, but the Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, and the Static Storm. And we'll get the fence.
Double fence. Nicely placed. Phantom Assassin for Firestorm and Static Storm.
Who's getting the shard? Is it just 9 class?
Planet.
Oh, Planet!
He's thinking.
Okay, no way. Yeah, no way.
He wanted to pull off 9 class. During Dream League Season 25, 9 class was the one who actually stole the shard. Lifestealer and Chen.
Yes. Okay, maybe they have something here. Onto Dakalis, but how much is the price? Because they've got a remnant forward from no one. They're trying to get a kill. Here comes DM with a Pit of Malice that lands on a 2. They'll toss back, nothing to say, 5 inches. And now that means nothing to say. Instead of being able to run back, is Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, then avoids the Illuminate, but nothing to say. He's going to have another Slight in 2 seconds, but nothing to say goes back in, and no one gets the kill and nothing to say anyway.
900 gold to finish it. Has level 2 Eclipse.
Invis for SHIRO. Avalanche toss, Sanities. They get the kill on a no one. That's big gold, but for Planet. Now they're looking for the turnaround. The Astro Prism lines up the Pit of Malice and the double fence. And that is a problem here for the OD, who will try to leave, but ends up dead. SATANIC with another kill. Just as quickly as you got the gold, you lose the tiny losses. So a lot. Meanwhile, SHIRO, speaking of tiny losses, he's going to try to TP out, but there is a Disruptor here. That is the funny number confirmed. Just your little.
And they're
back
not
over
done.
Mid.
Nothing to say. 100
Solar
movement
Vines,
speed.
Will Wisp, Astro Imprisonment, but you're locking yourself up for a Pit of Malice. And yet another kill here. This might be it. Time to call it.
You know how I know? Because when it's time to call it, it is time to call it.
I think anybody, especially this tiny, can do it. Planet caught. Glimpse is a fun ability to go up against, and they go for more. They haven't ages for 50 seconds, so even killing SATANIC is a bit of a, well, was it worth it? You're not going to do it anyway. Nothing to say. He's in trouble. Walrus Punch of the buyback coming up from Planet with the jump in for more.
Gentlemen.
Nothing to say is dead. They'll get another with Planet dead a second time. Down goes SHIRO. Probably lean. Oh, well, I was going to say lean towards maybe going kinetic field instead of kinetic fence.
Can set things up, but they don't have like the big combo other than Static Storm. Not too many stuns. Seems like there's going to be a fight.
Looks like there might be. Poison Touch to start. Blood Grenade
Kinetic
thrown
fence.
out. Dakalis with the Kinetic Fence, keeping these heroes away. But the Poison Touch and Bach in some trouble. He is surrounded and dead for first blood. SATANIC gets that, and it looked as though Tidebound, especially without the Nature's Prophet, gave up on wanting to get that kill, which forced them in a position where they knew they were giving up first blood. Breathe Fire, but not going to be able to get the kill there on to the Ember solo, and this is going to be another kill.
Just got level 2. We'll eat that creep.
And they might even be able to get SHIRO. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's gone. They get both. I mean, this is, again, another form. This time around, he does beat no one to level 6, but there's a regen rune bottled up for no one. The power shot comes in off the Dragon Tail. And he pops that regen rune. They've got the glimpse, but the breathe fire kills him. Oh, wow. He'll come back. Glimpse, sure. Kinetic Fence, okay. Now you're starting to get some damage there. Another Kinetic Fence. Dakalis, I mean, look at the damage from almost full to dead. Tar Bomb, though. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, and he is dead.
That's deep in the old chat.
Yeah.
XCD.
That was pretty brutal.
Oh, he's not getting out of this one. Look at the small
He's got
bridge.
one.
Kinetic Fence is going to block him off.
No.
You shall not pass.
It's okay damage from PARIVISION again, just looking really, really good. And Shackle connects. Spear is there. They get the kill on a SATANIC. Huge. Level 6 here for the Naga Siren, and they're going to throw down this arena. Blood Grenade, 9 class under the tower. The Spear connects. They need this kill. And the Breathe Fire, but the Engulfing Step. Wrath of Nature.
Level 6, so it does have Macropie ready. Right now, playing with the Catapult in the top lane.
Top. Glimpse back. Ice Pass. Static Storm. The kinetic fences. The Macropyre is down. He walks out of the silence. He's got the arena. The God's Rebuke and the spear. Oh, the Remnant's not good enough.
Look at the Victory Feast. He's healing up so much with those 2 kills. Back to full HP.
Whoa, that was from the Ember.
SHIRO says, I don't want to use this Greater Treant. I'm going to keep it level 1. Instead, I'm maxing out my Sprout to lower the cooldown, increase the damage, because Clinks has been an annoying little fella against me. Fuck. Getting surrounded. Those 2 fences are doing quite a lot.
Oh! Picking him off there with the Breathe Fire.
Execute him with Breathe Fire. They're still not done. They want to find another kill. Blink Dagger at the ready.
Blink, Dragon Tail, they found themselves DM Ice Path. Good stacking of stuns to make sure that he's not able to get any Shallow Grave or heal or... They've been doing well with him just running into arena anyway. They find themselves 9 class again. He tries to run, but that's not going to happen. Well, he's just not making any good progress at all. Which means he's slowed down. No work in there. They do have vision. They have the odds on the
Static Storm. The College is ready.
But is it enough? Kinetic Fence, Ice Path down, and they've got the Shackle. It connects onto the Ember. They drop down the arena, which no one comes into again.
He got the heal again.
Oh, the Spear connects. That's a problem for no one. Power Shot creeps. Flight. Look at the power shots there, and they get the kill on no one. They end up losing Bach, but this is going to be another with Ducalis falling. No one again, by the way, in that last fight. Remnants into the arena. They're going to look for Bach. And they get him. They send him back to the fountain.
Wings. One on Naga Siren. It is time to use those.
Yeah, the double work is going to be pretty big here, but now full projection. They've got the Sprout. They'll have the Gale Force and the Macropyre. Slight trying to leave with the Survive
running away.
DM, but now they're going to send nothing to say the other way. They get the kill there on a DM. They take out the Dazzle. The Ice Path is down. The Shackle connects.
Shackle.
Oh, it's always the one in the back. They connected on the 9 class. They get the kill on a Satanic. They lose nothing to say, but 2 for 1. They've got the dust. And 9 class jumps back in. That was a bit of a mistake. He uses that engulfing step to jump back into the fight. They've got themselves the Ice Path and the Spear. They'll connect with the God's Rebuke. Ultra kill for SHIRO. Give this man the Rampage. He is going to look for it, and he'll TP in front of Ducalis, and that will be the Rampage for SHIRO.
Whew, how much damage was that coming on from SHIRO? 6.6k. The Naga Siren Illusion's alive so that Dazzle can deal damage with the Shadow Bomb heal.
Static Storm and the Kinetic Fence, but here's nothing to say with BKB. They've got the Gale Force. They'll get one. Shackle connects onto the tree up top. I don't know how that works. I mean, I know it's obviously a tree behind them, but interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. DM. Ob's down. Gale Force. God's Rebuke actually almost pushed him out of the Gale Force, but they are going to get this kill in the arena. And then you get all that lovely heal. That's if you do survive, but now Bach, they see Satanic. EKB, they've got the arena, they'll land the Ice Path and the Shackle. Macropyre is down, the Shallow Grave connects. He'll survive for a moment, but they've got the connection. Satanic, oh man, healing all the way up to about half health, but with BKB, can they keep up with Satanic? Power Shot connects, now splits. They'll jump in, oh, the Orchid.
2 seconds.
Stops the initial Dragon Tail. They pop the BKB. They've got the kill in a box. They'll take the bars. They've got the Kinetic Fence. And now SHIRO needs to be careful. He doesn't have a BKB to rely on. Remnant forward. SHIRO in trouble. He'll end up losing that Aegis. And they've got nothing to say. Soloed out. They'll get the kill on the Dragon Knight. That's 2 arrows down on the side of Tidebound. But Sprout, Gale Force, this is not looking good for SHIRO. Everybody's here. And all 3 cores on Tidebound are dead.
1,000 gold for him. Dazzle dealing almost the most damage in the previous. He's hunting.
Yeah, Quinks is hunting. He might get this, but there is a Ghost Scepter. They've got the Sprout. They'll get the kill onto 9 class. And then they'll be able to get that Shrine. They're still going in. Static Storm. They need a kinetic fence, but they've got the stun. It's onto the disruptor. They're still going to get the kill on the Bach. The damage is overwhelming. Shallow Grave once again. Power shot. What is that? Ducalis back to full health. Actual full health off that Shallow Grave. And they kill off Y as well. I mean, that is... I don't even know if that was from the Holy Locket, because his Holy Locket still has 20 charges on it.
Yeah, it's a Shallow Grave. Heal amplification, a triple heal amplification.
Oh, wow. Trying to jump in, trying to get the dazzle. They land the spear. Is that going to be enough? But the song, the Shallow Grave, and the TP in front of them.
Boys, I got you. TP out.
Oh, man. And SHIRO is caught. He sprouts, but he is rooted. And the Gale Force might keep him alive. Do they have anything to save him? The kinetic fence.
Doing the work.
But they've gotten the lockdown. They'll get the kill on SHIRO. They'll look over now at no one. Maybe they get this. He is out of mana. And they'll spear him not into the fountain, but into a tree to make sure that they get that kill.
Maybe a little too deep, but this amount of projection, healing amplification. So I think basically you can go back to full HP if he uses everything.
Force pop the BKB. I mean, they'll land the Shackle Planet. You can try and do something, but again, the silence, the net, the power shot, the novel projection. Can they kill this Dazzle? Oh dear, oh dear. He's up into the air again, but they land the Ice Path and the Shackle once more. They finally get the Dazzle out of the equation. They're going to look over as Satanic chasing after Y, but this is Bach going in, trying to save his Jakiro. Satanic hit with the Shackle. They've got the connection. Do they have the lockdown to get this kill? It's a long way away from getting this one.
Satanic is dropping low.
But now the mirror image. Satanic, he's low, he's speared, he's dead, he's gone. Finally, they kill the Naga Siren.
Damage item.
Fight a fist, and now Bach. This is 9 class with the Bloodthorn and the kill. The BKB out of the Static Storm. The Nothel projection's a problem. To get something out of this, they are going to move over and find Planet. Gale Force used Shackle, connecting, and the Gleipnir. And a Remnant forward now. 2 heroes in the vicinity. It's actually not the Windrunner who dies now, but they let the Jakiro fall. That's a bit of an issue. Nozzle projection. Onto the high ground, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chain, staying very patient, just trying to hit away at the Dazzle. Dazzle Shallow Graves himself, just as nothing to say, gets baited into this, but they should be able to get the kill after the spear lands. However, the song, the TP out in front of their face. No, he stops it. He's still in the arena. They want to stay. They've got the Static Storm. They've got the silences. The BKB was used here by nothing to say. SHIRO in the back line, though. He's been caught by no one, as well as Satanic. Does he have the damage to get the kill here on the Satanic, or no one? They've got the Spirit lands. He'll Sleight of Fist. The Ice Path is ready for him. They should take him out, and they will. They lose him. They are going to lose more. I mean, they've already lost the Dazzle and the Disruptor who stayed around. Satanic is caught. He's killed off once and twice. PARIVISION overplaying their hand again. They thought they had a royal flush, but instead they only showed a pair.
Top tower is under attack.
Placing knobs down in the lane, not spotting anybody yet until they walk over to him and they get the kill to the Clinks.
Song setup.
Looking for this Static Storm.
Catch 3 of them.
Yeah, there's 3. And the Remnants, no one looking to stack this up to get this kill. They've got the kinetic fence to look over. This is a problem. SHIRO low.
What a beauty.
Trying to survive, but an amazing wombo combo. All 3 cores again in the blink of an eye. Whew. Oh, man.
Ducalis. Real recognizes real. Immediately tipping Satanic, knowing that without him, he can't execute this one in this game.
They're going to be able to see him, so they should be able to make this jump. They've got the blink into the Hex. They'll wait on the spear. It finally lands. A little bit of a help from the neutral to get that Ravage off. And they get that kill. They take him out for 70 seconds, which might need to be something helpful, but they blink in. They find the Hex. They spear him towards the base. But the Static Storm is
can't get their BKB off.
They've got the double kinetic fence, and now they should be able to get the kills here. They get the Aegis out of his hand, but now the Static Storm lasting. The BKB is going to be popped by Bach. They'll go to the arena. Can he survive this? They've got the Guardian Greaves. Now, Shackle connects onto no one. They've got the Shallow Grave. They'll keep him alive. They've got Ember now safe with the song, but do they want to leave? They'll refresh on Ducalis. He's got the Static Storm once again. That's going to be placed on a SHIRO as well. As nothing to say. SHIRO's in trouble, and he's surviving for the moment with the Ice Path down. Is it going to be enough? No, he finally falls. but he'll buy back, and now they try to go for more. They've got the BKB pop by DM. They get the kill in the box. They'll take out the Mars. He doesn't have buyback, but Satanic is low. The Shadow Grave's not going to last long enough. It looks like they'll get the kill. They'll take him out with DM, and now they'll find 9 class. With the BKB, though, he's able to run. They've got the help from Nukalis, and they'll get these supports out.
Not going to say, doing a lot of work. Having Mindbreaker, having Alert. So
they stuck around. Sleight of Fist steering change.
Everything.
Goes up into the air, Remnant forward, Planet. Ooh, Shackle connects. 9 Quest, Planet's still alive. How does he survive there? Jumping just yet, so they have that arena, but Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains will be what defends for now. They keep rooting.
Poison Touch.
That's
so
gonna be
annoying.
Problem, yeah. It's gonna force them to fight the BKB. Oh, the Ice Path on into the Gale Force. This could be an issue. They've got themselves the damage to get this kill onto no one. They'll take him out. He's gonna be forced to buy back. The Shallow Grave's gonna keep the Dazzle alive a little bit longer, but they'll lose him. He buys back as well, but the Hex comes out of nothing to say. They've got themselves the Lotus Orb. They're gonna try and get the kill here onto Satanic. The Ice Path, the damage, the kill. He's
healing
gone.
up.
Oh my God, no one's dead as well, and he does not have buyback. He just used it. So now all of a sudden, what goes to be a 4v5 is a 3v5.
20 seconds without Disruptor. Can they hold?
I don't know. They do have Song available, but Clinks is in trouble. The Song is used. The Shallow Grave comes out. That's going to now be the buyback coming out from this Disruptor. He was only going to be dead 20 seconds longer, but now SHIRO, he's hexed. He's in the Static Storm, and he's dead for 2 minutes.
He has buyback at 15.
Stayed too long, but like you said, they do have buyback for a little bit longer. They go to the Gladiator. They've got the Shallow Grave. DM's going to be safe for the moment, but they've got the throne exposed. They're trying to finish off the game. They've got the stun of the Satanic with the kinetic fence, but DM with the BKB, he's got these Shadow Waves. Is the heal enough? They've got the control. They've got the...